there's a way where we can telepathically communicate with our pets telepathically, and we can develop this exercise. I've developed it some times ago. I can send a message to my cats when they're relaxed, and they turn around to look at me when they're relaxed, because I try to communicate with them. For example, if I see my cat laying down, relaxed, sleeping, and gazing at gazing away from me, I send a communication, a telepathic thought. I'll concentrate on the cat, and then I will call the cat's name, and the cat's ear, the ears will pop up because it hears me mentally and thoughtfully. It pops up his ears, pops up his head, and then turns to see me, because I know that the cat's receiving me. One short evidence that the animals can hear you and see you, that the ears pop up. Some dogs are very, very telepathic themselves. They have a super hearing. Don't forget, dogs have super hearing. And telepathy also is a sound. It's a sound thought transmission. So dogs can hear our thoughts if you send them a thought from a distance. I always used to practice with dogs, because dogs, at the beginning of my telepathic communication, they had the most... They pick up my thoughts and my voice most clearly and strongly. So I used to start with dogs, and then I went to the cats. Okay, now with some people like myself in the beginning, I noticed that when I sit to a certain distance between me and the cat, away from the cat, sometimes my thoughts are not too strong. And when I send telepathic thought to the cat, they don't hear me. But when I move myself a little forward in a shorter distance from the cat, they can hear my thoughts, because it's still weak. So that's when I started using what is called a tube method of sending communication to the cat, and not to the dog, because dogs to have a good sense of hearing, but the cats. What I did is I started with this paper towel tube right here. See, and what I did is I will look at to the tube like this. For example, you see this. You see that tiger right there? Okay. I'm pretending this is the cat, and he's sleeping, and his head is turned the other way. You see his head right there? I look to the tube. Now, not only do I look to the tube, but the tube has to be a certain distance. You don't want to look through your eyes. You want to look to the tube through your eyes and your forehead together. Okay? You don't want to just put it in your eyes and that's it, like this. You want your forehead, your third eye, and your physical eye to be focused. See how the head is focused in this tube? I use the tube method. Or I take my hands and I make like an O. It's like this, and I do the same thing. It's the hand. It's like the tube method used by the hand. Okay. So then what I do, I concentrate on the cat at the beginning. Just no thoughts. Just made the tube. Now the tube I made is like this, but it's imaginary. It's a transparent tube. It has no walls. Okay, because I'm trying to give it the atmosphere around the atmosphere around the cat. So I'm trying to concentrate a make-believe transparent tube. Okay, this has walls. See, it has walls. So this is not too good. Once you learn how to, once you practice in the beginning how to keep the animal's head here like this. using your forehead, your third eye, and your physical eye, then you're going to take away the tube and make an invisible tube with no wall, a transparent one. Why do we do this for? I do this for because I don't want to have any distraction from the area around the cat. So I put the invisible tube now, and I look at the head, the head of the animal, and then sometimes around the whole animal itself. I don't want to be distracted by the vicinity around the animal. Then I look at I relax my thoughts while the cat is sleeping or the cat is reclining or sitting down, and I call the cat's name, and I may pretend all my thoughts are going around the cat's body, the cat's head. Nice and relaxed. And I make sure that my thoughts are coming out like this, like pulsating from my thoughts to its thoughts. Okay, nice and relaxed. And you know it's working when the cat's ear points up. You know that the cat's hearing something. And then once the ear goes up, the earlobes, the cat is going to pop up his head and possibly turn around to look at you. And that's it. Then the cat's going to go back to sleep, knowing that. But before he does, the cat's going to look at me. My cat's look at me because it's weird that I can communicate with them thoughtfully, mentally. They're surprised. You see in their face when they turn around to look at you, they look at you weird. Like, yeah, how about that? I hear him inside my head. You know, being one of the owners of the cat, my sister's cat, you know, one of the owners, the cat will look at you weird. You can tell by the way they look at you. They can't believe you can hear their thoughts or send messages to them. Okay? You keep doing this now. And if after doing this for a little while, you see no results, then move closer. Move your chair a little closer, and I stay reclined or lay down. You do the same thing, and you'll notice that it will work. Don't quit. Don't quit. Keep doing it. Now, look out the window. If you see a dog at a distance, relaxing, having fun in the backyard or walking or doing anything, do the same thing, okay? Look out the window and fix your thoughts on the dog. And the dog should do the same thing with the ear. The earlobe will come up. The earlobe will come up. The head will pop up and turn around and look behind them to see who's calling the dog, who's calling it. If the dog is a strange dog, and not your pet. And sometimes the dog can sense you and turn around to look at you. If they can't find you, it's because you're high. You might be in the second floor or the third floor, and the cat is down on the ground. Now, some dogs are so powerful in their abilities to pick up mental images and mental thoughts that not only do they turn around, but they look up at you, and they know that you're calling them. That's a very strong telepathic dog. My brother-in-law had a dog that passed away a long time ago. It was a pit bull, and he was very telepathic. When the dog was in the backyard, I'll be on the third floor window, and I will mentally call the dog. Not only did the dog turn around, he looked up to look at me. The dog's name was Sheena. The dog passed away a long time ago. It was a beautiful dog, nice dog, friendly. I think about this. I think about the dog once in a while. So try the transparent tube method. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. So try it. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Pardon me. So get a chair, see your cat reclining, take a chair, sit down, and quietly and mentally fix yourself around, your thoughts around the head and around the body of the cat. Don't be distracted by around the cat or anything moving around the cat, okay? And just call the cat, especially the cat, and you have a good relationship. If your pet cat is very good cat, and you have a good relationship, the cat will hear you, okay? And do this all the time so the cat can hear your voice mentally, to make sure that your mental voice, your mental command or voice or whatever is not may be a little different, okay? So do that, and the cat should lift his earlobe, lift his head, turn around and see you, and look at his face. That the cat will be amazed that you can do this, okay? And then you can start using what's called a distant. Back up your chair and do it, and then go to another room where your cat is reclining in another room. You go to another room and do the same thing. Picture your cat in your third eye, okay? And then before you know it, your telepathic power will increase. But use this tube like this, or like this in the beginning, and then take it away, and then make a transparent tube. You don't want to be distracted with the other things around the cat, all right? And you see it'll work. And if you see a dog, do likewise, okay? Some dogs will just turn around and look where the voice is coming from. If the telepathic abilities is a little weak, but if it's very strong, like my dog Sheena, my brother-in-law's dog Sheena, they'll look up. If you're in the third floor, the second floor, and everything, that's a very powerful. Dogs have a very good sense of hearing, okay, and picking things up and picking up energy. All right, just do that, and your telepathic power will increase. Oh, by the way, as you increase your telepathic power, don't get scared, but don't be surprised if you start communicating with other entities, because now you're starting to pick up energy that once was invisible. Excuse me. That once was invisible to our senses. Now we can pick them up. Don't be afraid, because it means your telepathic power is increasing, and your spirituality is increasing also. Okay. Excuse me. I just overcame a cold, and my throat has mucus. Okay, so you do this. Okay, I call this for the cat, I call it the transparent tube method, and for the dog, I call that just throwing your putting your thoughts on the dog from a distance. Okay, now you can do this with birds. You can do this with other animals. Once your powers have increased, you can go to a zoo or aquarium and use it. Many years ago, I went to the Baltimore Aquarium, and in front of everybody, it was very crowded, and I was communicating with a fish. People looked at me. They looked at me like I was crazy. They said, "Hey, the fish looked like he's communicating with this guy," and that's what I was doing. It worked with the fish. I felt kind of foolish doing it, but you know what I'm saying? What can you do? You have to practice, right? You have to practice. And so I went to the Baltimore Aquarium with my family, and I was communicating with the fish. They thought it was weird. They all got together around me, and they were still laughing. "Hey, look at this guy." You know what I'm saying? You know what I felt like? I felt like Aquaman. Really. But it was still kind of weak. One of the fishes came to me, and I was communicating with the fish. Okay, try it out. A lot of animals are highly advanced spiritually and telepathically. Okay, it can be done, and you can do it. And also, if your cat gets lost, maybe you'll pick up at the cat's image of the neighborhood that the cat is lost if looking for your cat. So it may work, okay? So try my method out, okay? And let me know in the comments if it's working for you, or if it's too weak, or what's going on. And I'll instruct you more in the comment section, all right? All right, have a good day. Over and out. Bye-bye.